Welcome once again. In the first part of this video, we have discussed about X inactivation. In this section, we will be discussing the method of X hyperactivation or upregulation of the transcription of the X chromosomal genes. What do we know or what do we mean by twofold increase the transcription or hyperactivation of a single female X chromosome? This method causes the heterogametic male organisms with only one X chromosome to match the level of expression achieved in homogametic females with two active X chromosomes. This mechanism is observed in Drosophila. The concept of dosage compensation actually originated from an understanding of organisms in which males upregulated X-linked genes twofold and was much later extended to account for the observation of the once mysterious Barr bodies. In 1932, Muller carried out a set of experiments which allowed him to track the expression of the X-linked eye color gene in flies. Muller introduced a mutant gene that caused loss of pigmentation in fly eyes and subsequently noted that males with only one copy of the mutant gene had similar pigmentation like that of the females with two copies of the mutant gene. This led him to coin the phrase dosage compensation to describe the observed phenomena of gene expression equalization. Further studies related to the hyperactivation of genes. In 1965, Ardhendu Mukherjee and Bierman performed more advanced autoradiography experiments that could confirm that transcription of genes in the single male X chromosome was double that observed in the two female X chromosomes. What did they do? They designed a cellular autoradiography experiment that allowed them to visualize incorporation of tritiated uridine into ribonucleic acid of the X chromosomes. It revealed that equal levels of tritiated uridine incorporation in the single male X chromosome and the two female X chromosomes. It concluded that twofold increase in the rate of RNA synthesis in the X chromosome of the male was being operative. In the case of twofold increased transcription of a single male X chromosome, there is no use of a Barr body and the male organism must use different genetic machinery to increase the transcriptional output of the single X chromosome. It is common in such organisms for the Y chromosome to be necessary for male fertility. It's also been discussed in the earlier chapters, but not for it to play a precise role in sex determination, as we all know by now. Now, looking at the screen, we can easily understand how this upregulation occurs. Now, if you can see that there are autosomes in the females on the left side of your screen, you can see that there are autosomes and two X chromosomes because it's a female, and there are similar level of mRNA production from the X, from the autosomes, etc. But to be very peculiar, in case of the flies, the male flies, although there is only one X chromosome, the total output of mRNA transcription from the X was equal as that with that of the females. So this actually proves the hyperactivation of the X chromosomes in male flies. In Drosophila, the sex-lethal gene or SXL acts as a key regulator of sexual differentiation and maturation in somatic tissue. In XX animals, SXL is activated to repress increased transcription, while in XY animals, SXL is inactive and allows male development to proceed via increased transcription of the single X that we already have seen in the previous slide. There are several binding sites. Those exist on the Drosophila X chromosome for the dosage compensation complex formation, which is in short known as DCC. This DCC is a ribonucleoprotein complex having binding sites with varying levels of affinity, presumably for varying expression of specific genes. The male specific lethal complex, composed of protein and RNA, binds and selectively modifies hundreds of X-linked genes and increases their transcription to levels comparable to that of the female flies. The presence of one or more X chromosomes must be detected early on the development in organisms that undergoes hyperactivation, failure to initiate which the appropriate dosage compensation mechanism has been proven to be lethal for the flies. Now, if we see on the screen the SXL gene mediated dosage compensation process in Drosophila, we can see that. On the left hand side, this is the female fly having the XX configuration. 2 times zygotic dose of X chromosome signal element that owns the SXL gene, and it has a positive feedback autoregulation on the SXL itself. So it causes 2 functions, female sexual differentiation and female dosage compensation, but not hyperactivation. To the contrary, on the right side of your screen, you can see that in the male flies, there is only 1 copy of the X chromosome. It may or may not have the Y chromosome, but the product should be there. Now, there is only 1 time zygotic dose of X chromosome, which signals for the SXL gene present on that X chromosome to be off, so that there is male sexual differentiation and male type of dosage compensation, which is in turn actually the hyperactivation. The male specific lethal proteins, or MSLs, are a family of 4 proteins that bind to the X chromosome exclusively in males for the male differentiation. The name MSL is used because mutation in these genes cause inability to effectively upregulate X-linked genes appropriately. That means it is necessary for the upregulation of the X-linked genes so that male type differentiation may occur, and thus are lethal to the males only and not their female counterparts, so as the name. SXL regulates pre-messenger RNA in males to differentially splice MSLs and result in the appropriate increase in X chromosome transcription observed in male Drosophila. The immediate target of SXL is male specific lethal 2, or MSL2. The current dogma suggests that the binding of MSL2 at multiple sites along the SXL gene in females prevents proper MSL2 translation, repressing the possibility of X-linked genetic upregulation in females. Now, however, all other transcription factors in the MSL family, that is the male-less, MSL1, MSL3, are able to act when SXL is not expressed, that is in the males, and when SXL is off. These factors act to increase male X chromosome transcriptional activity. Histone acetylation and the consequent upregulation of X-linked gene in males is dictated by this MSL complex. Specifically, special ROX non-coding RNAs on the MSL complexes facilitate the binding to the single male X chromosome, entailing acetylation of specific loci along the X chromosome as well as the formation of euchromatin. Though these RNAs bind at specific sites along the male X chromosome, their effects spread along the length of the chromosome and have the ability to influence large-scale chromatin modifications. The implication of this spreading epigenetic regulation along the male X chromosome is thought to have implications for understanding the transfer of epigenetic activity along long genomic stretches. Look at your screen. Here we have the 2 cases where the first case is for the male fly, where there is only one X with or without the presence of the Y chromosome, and the SXL is not produced. So MSL2 could be translated to produce its proteins, and along with the MSL2, 3 and 1 and MLE, it forms a complex which binds with the specific histoacetylated sites and causes hyperactivated expression of the X-linked genes. Now in case of female fly, there is twice the dosage of X chromosomes, and therefore the SXL could be transcribed and translated. The SXL protein now won't allow the MSL2 to be translated. So the protein is not produced, and the aggregation of MSL1, MLE, MSL3 is not possible because there is no MSL2 to bind with them to form the complex, which can be directly used for the upregulation of the X-linked genes. So autosomal rate of expression is done, and there is no upregulation of the X chromosomal genes in the females. Now, so this was all about the X hyperactivation as we can observe it in the flies. And to follow up with the third part where the X hypoactivation is being discussed, you need to stay tuned. And yes, in that section, we will be dealing with the processes followed in birds, reptiles, plant as well. So till then, happy learning.